Democrats are controlling speech and banning guns. Really? Tell me more about this. Now, you deflected when I asked you this question in the comments, but I really want to know the answer to this. What is it exactly that you want to say that you can't say? There must be some words that you think Democrats made illegal, but I can assure you that's not the case. So what is the word, or what are the words that you want to say that you think that you can't? You see, I found that a lot of people don't really understand what freedom of speech means. It doesn't mean that you have freedom of consequences when you say bad things. All it means is that you cannot go to prison for your speech. And that's even limited in some cases. Like, you can't threaten to kill somebody and you can't cause mass panic. But do you want to see what it really means to control freedom of speech? It would be like Oklahoma putting restrictions on teachers about how gender and race is supposed to be talked about. It would be like Oklahoma testing teachers from New York and California to make sure that they aren't too woke. Restricting freedom of speech is sending a bunch of troops to college campuses to make sure that they can't protest about the things that they want to protest for. If you're protesting for guns and racism, apparently that's perfectly fine. But if you're protesting for equal rights or to stop wars, then you need a baton across your head for some reason. What about being in drag? It's a form of freedom of expression, which is by proxy freedom of speech. But Republicans definitely want to control that. Guess who keeps trying to ban books? Hint, it's not the Democrats. Now let's talk about banning guns, shall we? I just went and checked and it turns out all of my guns are still perfectly legal. Now, if I remember right, you said that you live in New York, which does have more restrictive gun laws, but there's nothing that's illegal about their gun laws, or the Supreme Court, that is very conservative, would be smacking those laws down left and right. So your problem's not that the Democrats are banning your guns, it's more that you can't walk into a bodega with an AR-15 strapped to your back. I'm sorry, that does not qualify as banning guns. Restrictions are not bans, but I get that you need to exaggerate to try and make this sound a lot more scary. If you can still buy a gun in your state, that means that there is not a ban on guns in your state. You're just upset that you have to do more paperwork to get that gun. I found more times than not that the people who are really opposed to better gun laws or red flag laws are the type of people that probably shouldn't have a gun to begin with. But calling New York's gun laws a ban is about like saying having to get a driver's license is a ban on cars. It's not. So to be clear, your guns are legal, your free speech is fine, it's just your outrage that's fake.